Hello, welcome to Buying on a Budget. My name is Fai. Today I'm gonna review a budget Panasonic 25mm lens. It's not Leica, it's just a Lumix one, but I would say this is definitely a pretty good budget lens for every one of you using a micro four thirds system. I would almost say this is a must-have after using it for months, and I would like to see how this performs today and show some picture in this Yohan Park. There are many old ladies dancing, singing, and small kids playing. So let's see. So why do you need this lens if you are a beginner? So 25mm is a full frame 50mm equivalent, which is all the masters have been using this focal length for a very long time. So if you want to see as the master see, you must have this lens to try to step in their shoes and think what they think. So usually this kind of lens have a very fast aperture, which means you can have very nice blur background, very nice bokeh. It also helps you to use a faster shutter speed and also help you with low light performance, especially in micro four thirds system. You would like a faster aperture in order to have your ISO down so that you can have some cleaner image, which is really micro four thirds one of the weakness. So right now I'll try to shoot my leg here to see how these things, how the image quality is like. I seldom wear short pants, so let's see. When you look at the image, it's very blurred. The bokeh is very nice. Consider this is a really cheap lens. It's just too hot right now, so we will go inside to the supermarket and get some sample stock for you. I was just going shopping here, and I wanted to point out one thing is the build quality is not the best build. It's plasticky, however you don't feel like you'll destroy it easily, but it's not well built, but it's cheap. Yeah, that's it. So with this lens, what you're having is a cinematic look. So why cinematic? Because in cinematic in film, they will use a fast aperture to blur out the background to make the subject more stand out. And also what you are having is a very nice image quality. It's not bad at all. Consider the price, you may say, oh, is it a budget price? Because usually it will sacrifice some image quality. But no, it's pretty sharp. If you stop down to maybe 2.8 already, it's sharp enough. Sharper than most of your kit lens, which is really a optimal upgrade to your kit lens. While the barrel distortion, there is some barrel distortion, but in camera JPEG auto correction is good enough, so you won't notice if you use shooting JPEG. It's also not a hard thing to correct. It's a rather new lens compared to the Leica version, which is 1.4 aperture, the fastest one. But what you're getting right now is actually this one is cheaper, but the autofocus speed is faster. I was just trying some photo. Autofocus is really quick, but in video mode is still one of the weakness for micro four thirds, so you still prefer to manual focus in that case. In low light, it still struggles. It's just the camera itself. I don't think it's the issue of the lens. So very fast autofocus. You will be happy about this one. Technically, this is indeed a very good lens. All you expect is actually in here in a very small package. The weight is extremely light and it's really comfortable for carry around. So who will purchase this? Who is the one who will want this? Street photography is good because it's the perfect focal length. It might not for landscape because this focal length and you cannot zoom as well, so it might be limiting. And also maybe even some stars shooting. It has a fast 1.7 aperture. Although micro four thirds might not be your first choice if you are shooting stars and the skies in general, but still, I would say if you want some fast aperture and you want street photography or just portrait as well, it can blur out the background for your girlfriend, and all the main subject becomes your girlfriend, so it's pretty good. pretty cool. One more thing to know is this lens has a rather short minimum focusing distance, which means you can do some semi-macro shot, which is nice, but it's not like real macro, but just actually pretty close to your subject, which is a good plus. Sometimes you're shooting maybe subject that is maybe a human being or just some plants, for example. Here you can shoot very close, very close. So I'm struggling right now. So one tip is that if you are shooting macro shot, you want to use manual focus. You want to use manual focus and then set your focusing ring to the closest places and then move your camera. Okay, so it will be the closest right now. Cool, right? Pretty cool. Cool. So it's always the closest. Always using the closest. You don't have to guess. You don't have to guess using autofocus. Or is it the closest already? No, you just set it to the closest and then move your camera to see if it's sharp or not. So should you buy this lens? In a couple situations, if you just have a kit lens with your new camera, I would say this is a pretty smart and pretty wise decision to purchase this thing, because it's a budget friendly, fast aperture, and technically it's pretty good as well. But if you already have other lenses, then you might consider what focal length do you want, and if this is what you want, there are other competition as well. So do you want Leica 25mm 1.4? That one, people say the contrast is better. However, it's an older lens. It's an older lens, which means some technicality is not as good as this one. For example, autofocus. That one suffers from autofocus. It's not bad, but still is slower than this one, just a little bit slower. And while if you're using a Olympus, you might consider, because if you're using this lens paired with Olympus, actually the color can be different because the manufacturer is different. And Olympus indeed have some good lens as well. For example, their polarized. What you're really seeing is some trade-off between some weight and quality between some lenses. So you have to think about this yourself. But all in all, if you just like street photography and you want some fast aperture for some low light performance, or just want some bokeh, some low light street photography, it's good, it's perfect for you. So you might consider this as your option. Other things to note is just very cheap. Indeed, very cheap, very light, very capable lens indeed. So thank you very much. This is my review this is my take for this lens, and I hope you like it and will enjoy using this. If you buy it, subscribe, comment, and like it video, or dislike if you don't like.